Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy, and we are out today doing some inspection repairs on a deck in Smyrna that someone partially reworked and just didn't quite get it all done. They installed a uncured pressure treated 2x10 out here, and with the sun on it, sometime after they repaired it, it started pulling away, and that's the gap in here. They nailed it originally, and then somebody got the bright idea to add a lag screw right here, and there's another one over here, and it really can't hold that. You can see all those little indentations. Those are nails that someone air nailed in there. You would never do that. An outside rim board should be bolted, and wherever you see a bolt, like here, it should have fender washers around here so you can really tighten it up without damaging the wood. So everywhere we've got this situation, we need to take it apart and put the fender washers inside and outside, and that'll allow them to tighten things up. It's going to be hard to see it, but you can see the split right here where they pieced this outside rim board in. You can't do that. So we'll go ahead and replace this whole section. It's about 16, 17 feet. And then we'll drill pilot holes from the outside in and screw into these joists all the way across. And then we'll add hidden joist hangers under here that'll be screwed in. On the back side where you got this ledger board right here, you can keep a ledger. That was old code. We'll just screw it in. You can't have nails anymore. And then add inside angle screwed braces all the way across the bottom of the deck. When we get to this side over here, and it's gonna be hard to see it in the video right here. Maybe we can get it right now. You can see the shadow that's in here, that gap right where my fingernail is. That's how far it pulled away. So it's about 1.5 inch gap. We'll add an extra piece of blocking in here and try to bolt this section back in. But if we tighten this side up here, we'll be fine. You can see where they split right here. They actually hammered this through. They were using a drill that was too short, and so they hammered that bolt through and it split the wood like that. There's the screw lag bolt they added there, and we'll just do away with that. So we'll stagger some bolts through here and tighten it together. Here you can get a better view of the joists. They're just sitting out there. So you just tighten it up structurally. They did have this one pier has tilted in a little bit. Most of this brace and post assembly is taking the load here. It's not a huge deck, so we add these features. It'll secure the deck. There's two 2x10s. There's one here that we will sister, which is basically bolting a new piece to this side just to give it some support. And there's another one here. Both of these were damaged before they installed it, whenever they built this deck 15 years ago, roughly. And that's just where they've come with it. And then over here, this is a full height post that is securing a privacy fence on the other side. You can see where they had a 2x4 that ran through here all the way up to keep it from flexing. So I think our solution here is to take a 2x8 and run it all the way to the top through there, and then cut it down so it fits through here, and then re-bolt with fender washers here and fender washers on the other side, and then block from here back to this next joist. And that should, minimize the flexing there. Really, it's just if somebody big leans against this post, it's gonna go through. I don't know if the HOA is covering doing the staining over here, but we can do that as well if we need to. But see how they split the wood? They just rammed these carriage bolts through here, and they didn't add a fender washer here or here, and it's just going to keep your wood from splitting. But once we do these things, deck will be safe and secure. I would add a pressure treated flashing plate on the top of this deck here. For some reason they cut and split. This is 2nd generation Trex decking up above here. You'll be able to see it somewhere over here. I'm trying to think where it was. It's right here. And I think they did some of this when they tried to run this gas line, I think. But they just made a mess of it. And so we're going to we're going to piece in about 5 pieces of Trex up here. They actually painted the Trex, which I hadn't seen before. So we'll have to do that again. It's just be a maintenance thing for them. You can see it's Trex from below here. So we do a lot of this stuff, and then we're recording some other stuff for this customer as well. My brother and I run a crew of 20-some people. There's one of my friends right here. I pay these little board bees to get out here, and people just ask all the time, well, what do we do to keep the board bees away? Keep your wood freshly stained. Like, they're going to be already into this pressure treated within the next week or two. And now with global warming, we get 2 seasons of board bees twice a year. So we have our own little chemical additive. It's totally organic that we add to our stains and paints. Can't use it on light stuff, but on darker stuff like this, we just blend it in, and it seems to retard them pretty good. I own a bunch of rental properties, and that's what I do on mine, and I have minimal board bee damage. But we run a nice crew of guys. We pretty much do everything from small home repairs to full remodels. Just be patient. Our cup floweth over for a lot of reasons. You can reach me directly at 770-265-9017, or you can catch us in the office on the number on the site. See you the next house. Bye for now.